If he hears I told the musician, very top musician, if he hears this, he will know that he's the one I'm talking about. He went to play in Dubai. They paid him nearly 400 million. He went to play in another international sports event. They paid him about 500. The next thing has a Maybach. Next thing, he has another car, and then goes on a spree with jewelry and all of us. And in less than 2 to 6 months, he's done about like 1.5 billion. Would have bought land and done an event center and put a powerful studio upstairs. People will come there and shoot and do their music, this thing, the venue, and then even bring money enough for him to buy anything he wants to buy. Then it was time for him to get married and he had to use the hall. But if we built the hall, he wouldn't have needed to spend the money for the hall. Ashake wanted to do his concert in London and applies to a bank and says, I need a loan of 1 billion. I want to organize a concert in London. They won't give him because he's Ashake, right? A car dealer goes to the bank and says, I want to import 12 cars. They will give him the money. He will bring the cars in and put it in his shop. He can't sell them in 1 week. The cars will be in the shop for sometimes 6 months. You drive past car shops, you see how they sometimes 6 months, 1 year. He still not sold some of those cars. Ashake's concert is 1 day. He'll make 2 billion. Aliko had some friends who came in and they wanted to go to where the rich men relax in Lagos. There was nowhere he could take them to. Is Ikoyi Club? They're talking of Russian oligarchs that want to go to a place where big men relax. Ikoyi Club? No. They ended up going on his boat. When you want to invest in real estate, don't be thinking about sleeping area alone. Invest in other things. A school is real estate. What they're doing in it is just different. A bank is real estate. What they're doing inside it is just different. But we're limited to thinking once you say real estate, it is where people are staying. A casino is real estate. Builds the real estate to suit the purpose that the people need it for. Real estate was so scarce. They burned Jesus for manger. In Paris, one real estate feeds the whole of Paris. The Eiffel Tower feeds the whole of Paris. A hotel room that, if you peep a bit like this, you can see the Eiffel Towers. It's more expensive than the one that is bigger and facing the road. They will tell you it is 1,000 euros. What a bank makes in Nigeria for a whole year, Disney will make it in a day. That's real estate with a theme. Real estate with shops is shopping mall. Real estate with recreation center is a resort. Real estate with living apartments is residential. So what you do is just develop it and give it a theme. The money some nightclubs make in Nigeria, some banks have not made it. Do you know what my guys who bought land that they thought they were going to just keep for like 20 years are feeling like now near Dangote refinery? Now, people are even offering to buy them. I would have gone into the Bejuleki, Ekbe, and all those places and bought acres and acres. So I'm telling my younger self, I could then have built like a film village. So anybody who is listening that has good money can contact me. We'll do business. Build a film village that if I drive in with a bus of actors, after 1 week, I'm driving out of there with a movie. The investment is something that will continue to yield because there are many people who want to do movies every day. But let me tell you where the big money will come from. Once you have a film village, somebody like Netflix will tell you, want to lock the place down for 2 years. It's like a police station. There must be a case. If you know that your cousin is not a good doctor, when you are sick, you won't tell them to take you to the doctor. If you know that you have somebody that doesn't know how to cook, when you are very hungry, that's not the person that you go to. The ones who like to cut corners and not do anything and want to go into shady deals find out that they've had their fingers burnt different ways and they still don't learn. This land, you're not supposed to buy it, you then buy it. Because government is not saying anything at the time. You start building your places and the next thing you see that after 15 years, one new government comes and wakes up, which is what is happening in Festac now. People are now being sentimental. Oh, you can't throw people out. It's on the master plan. A lot of Igbos, after the war, a lot of their properties were taken by the tribe that felt that it belongs to them and government did not do anything about it. Some people lost their properties, like Onyeka Onwenu was complaining about it at the time, that some properties that her family got in Port Harcourt after the war was not given to them. It's a referenced fear, something you know has happened before. It's beginning to look like it again. The child that should have continued living the legacy of their fathers decide to sell because they didn't steal some of these properties. You can't blame those people that are buying. The empowerment you should have given to your children to make them be able to afford still living on that same street. You didn't have it. You can't blame somebody who bought your birthright because you offered it for sale.
All right, welcome everyone. Welcome to viewers all over the world. I want every one of you right now to kindly pay close attention to what I will be talking about today, because anybody that miss out on today's information might not be able to get the opportunity again, because a lot is about to happen in cryptos, and a lot is about to take place. And I'm going to be sharing something important for you all, because something is about to happen in this space that could make a lot of persons rich. And I want you all to pay close attention.
Hi, I'm John Berg, and welcome to what could prove to be the most important event you'll attend all year, the Great 245X Crypto Anomaly Emergency Summit. And you couldn't be here at a better time, because something truly unique and exciting is happening in the crypto market, a crypto anomaly, if you will, an occurrence that has never happened before. Yet it could prove to be one of the most important and most profitable in crypto since the launch of Bitcoin 15 years ago. In fact, we're already seeing the impact this anomaly is having on the crypto market. All across the crypto world, we're seeing coins posting gains many times greater than Bitcoin. In the past 12 months, Bitcoin hit a peak of $109,000, but that's just a gain of 155%. Yet certain smaller coins trading for a mere fraction of the benchmark crypto deliver gains that would make stock investors green with envy. Listen to this. There are 46 coins outperforming Bitcoin so far, including Brett, which is up over 10,000%. That's 64x better than Bitcoin. Virtual, up 32,000%, 206x greater than Bitcoin. SPX, up 38,000%, 245x more than Bitcoin. And that's just in the 12 months between January 2024 and January 2025. And yes, these gains are amazing. But as you'll see here in a moment, 245x is actually a conservative gain for these coins, because in that same 12-month period, another coin, Giga, G-I-G-A, shot up 195,000%. That is 1,225x more than Bitcoin. But according to my guest today, they could just be the tip of the iceberg, thanks to the anomaly that he has discovered in the crypto market. My guest is Weiss Ratings' own cryptocurrency expert, Juan Villaverde. Now, he's been tracking the crypto market for a number of years, and as far as I know, he's the only person in the world who has created a rating system that reveals the best cryptos to buy. Yet even he admits that what we're witnessing right now is something he's never seen before. More importantly, he believes that while this glitch in the cryptoverse may be frustrating for some investors, for folks like you, who will soon discover what's happening here, it could be opening the door to an incredible opportunity. As you'll see in a moment, Juan has been tracking a unique group of little-known coins, what he calls his new crypto wonders. Now, historically, in past bull markets, these crypto wonders soared 17x, 25x, even 40x higher than Bitcoin. Some have even beaten the benchmark crypto by 81x, 136x, 17,000x, and even an astonishing 224,000x better than Bitcoin. And now, a new crypto bull market could be just beginning. And as you just saw, some coins have already risen 64x, 206x, and 245x, even 1,225x more than Bitcoin. Yet, Hi, I'm John Berg, and welcome to what could prove to be the most important event you'll attend all year, the Great 245X Crypto Anomaly Emergency Summit. And you couldn't be here at a better time, because something truly unique and exciting is happening in the crypto market, a crypto anomaly, if you will, an occurrence that has never happened before. Yet it could prove to be one of the most important and most profitable in crypto since the launch of Bitcoin 15 years ago. In fact, we're already seeing the impact this anomaly is having on the crypto market. All across the crypto world, we're seeing coins posting gains many times greater than Bitcoin. In the past 12 months, Bitcoin hit a peak of $109,000, but that's just a gain of 155%. Yet certain smaller coins trading for a mere fraction of the benchmark crypto deliver gains that would make stock investors green with envy. Listen to this. There are 46 coins outperforming Bitcoin so far, including Brett, which is up over 10,000%. That's 64x better than Bitcoin. Virtual, up 32,000%, 206x greater than Bitcoin. SPX, up 38,000%, 245x more than Bitcoin. And that's just in the 12 months between January 2024 and January 2025. And yes, these gains are amazing. But as you'll see here in a moment, 245x is actually a conservative gain for these coins, because in that same 12-month period, another coin, Giga, G-I-G-A, shot up 195,000%. That is 1,225x more than Bitcoin. But according to my guest today, they could just be the tip of the iceberg, thanks to the anomaly that he has discovered in the crypto market. My guest is Weiss Ratings' own cryptocurrency expert, Juan Villaverde. Now, he's been tracking the crypto market for a number of years, and as far as I know, he's the only person in the world who has created a rating system that reveals the best cryptos to buy. Yet even he admits that what we're witnessing right now is something he's never seen before. More importantly, he believes that while this glitch in the cryptoverse may be frustrating for some investors, for folks like you, who will soon discover what's happening here, it could be opening the door to an incredible opportunity. As you'll see in a moment, Juan has been tracking a unique group of little-known coins, what he calls his new crypto wonders. Now, historically, in past bull markets, these crypto wonders soared 17x, 25x, even 40x higher than Bitcoin. Some have even beaten the benchmark crypto by 81x. 136x, 17,000x, and even an astonishing 224,000x better than Bitcoin. And now, a new crypto bull market could be just beginning. And as you just saw, some coins have already risen 64x, 206x, and 245x, even 1,225x more than Bitcoin. Yet, two things make this potential super bull in the making different from everything that has ever come before. First, the presidency of Donald Trump. Never before in the history of crypto has America had a president so supportive of cryptocurrency. Trump really is America's first crypto president, and he's ending the long-standing government crusade to punish or even ban cryptocurrencies, promising to make America the crypto capital of the planet. Trump's newly appointed crypto czar, David Sachs, said, "The reign of terror against crypto is over, and the beginning of innovation in America for crypto has just begun." And unlike the previous president, he's personally embracing and investing in cryptocurrency. As a matter of fact, the weekend before he was sworn into office, Trump released his own Trump coin. It shot up 600% overnight, netting the recently inaugurated president $50 billion in gains over the course of one weekend. Dave Portnoy, the owner of Barstool Sports, says he made $1 million on it between 5 p.m. and 5 a.m. the next morning. Portnoy said, "Tell me something more American than turning 500 grand into 1.5 million, $1 million profit." While we can't promise you'll see similar results, we can say that in our opinion, there has rarely been a greater opportunity in the history of crypto, because during his first week in office, President Trump signed one of the most important executive orders ever, especially for crypto investors. It's called Strengthening American Leadership in Digital Financial Technology. Now, in this order, Trump calls for the creation of the President's Working Group on Digital Asset Markets. Its purpose? Bring clarity to the industry by eliminating patchwork enforcement and creating a rational framework for regulation, while opening the crypto market to individual citizens and private sector entities. And as you'll see soon, this order also wipes away onerous regulations that kept potentially billions of dollars out of the crypto market, money that could start flowing into cryptocurrencies at any moment. That alone is a massively bullish force for the crypto market, because as that money begins to make its way into select cryptocurrencies, we could see an explosion in prices for select cryptos. Trump has also called for the study of creating the strategic Bitcoin reserve. Now, should that happen, we could see the government buying billions of dollars of the benchmark coin every year. So it's really no wonder why the media is calling this a crypto renaissance. And that's also why BlackRock is calling for a historic year for crypto. Now, the second big difference between this bull market and all the others that came before it, well, that's why we're here today. The great crypto anomaly happening right now, something that has never happened before. And when you combine the impact of the new Trump administration with the powerful energy that could be released by this anomaly, well, we are now face to face with what could be a new crypto Super Bowl. History could be in the making as we speak. And as you'll see today, what's just beginning to happen now is not unusual. In fact, it has happened every time Bitcoin explodes higher. Juan calls it the crypto profit cycle. You see, every time Bitcoin breaks out to new records, enormous gains in other, smaller, lesser-known cryptos like Juan's crypto wonders have followed. We could be on the verge of even greater breakouts at any moment, because when this cycle happens, we have seen gains much, much larger than anything Bitcoin produced. We're already seeing incredible gains from these crypto wonders, but we believe that's just the beginning. A mere trickle of profits compared to the deluge of money that could be about to burst forth. And we say that with confidence because it has happened before. In fact, as you'll see today, in the crypto bull market from December 2020 to January 2022, Bitcoin gained just 81%, which wasn't bad. But the lesser known altcoin market dominated Bitcoin's gains. These altcoins rose an average of more than 24,000%. That is 300x greater than Bitcoin. I want you to think about that. A $1,000 investment into the altcoins in 2020 could have become over $241,000 in just 1 year. And right now, we believe we're entering a new era for cryptocurrency with exciting new opportunities ahead. And not just because of a political sea change in Washington, but also because of this rare anomaly that's happening in the market. And it could make this profit cycle even more exciting and even more profitable. So, if you've been seeing the headlines about Bitcoin's record-breaking run and wondering if this is the time to make a move into crypto, well, we believe you're in the right place at the right time. Juan has a proven process, and it's produced outstanding gains for his readers who followed his recommendations. 20 times their money in Bitcoin, 54 times their money in Ethereum, 102 times their money in Cardano, and a whopping 234 times their money in Chainlink. Today, you'll discover exactly what this first ever crypto anomaly is, why it's happening, and why this glitch in the crypto market could be opening up one of the great wealth-building windows ever in cryptocurrency. A window that has already produced gains of 64x, 206x, and 245x greater than Bitcoin. Folks, let me tell you a little bit more about my guest today, Juan Villaverde. Not only has Juan built the first ever crypto rating system, and it shows him the right coins to buy, he's also created an advanced algorithm designed to calculate when it's the best time to buy these investments. Both of these factors are key to having a chance at making the most out of this unusual crypto opportunity. Thanks to his crypto ratings model, Juan has consistently selected only the best of the best cryptos. And thanks to his crypto timing algorithm, Juan's done something few, if any, have ever done before. He's caught nearly every major top and every major bottom in the crypto market. Not only that, Juan's research also pointed to the exact date today's current crypto bull market began. In an urgent alert sent out to his readers, he said, according to my crypto timing model, the next big cycle turning point is November 5th, the precise day of the U.S. presidential election. Sure enough, immediately after Donald Trump's victory, Bitcoin exploded precisely as Juan predicted. And now, Juan's proven algorithms have revealed this never-before-seen glitch in the crypto market. And today, he's pulling back the curtain to share exactly what this anomaly is, why it's happening now, and what it could mean to investors. To give you an idea of how important this crypto anomaly could be to investors, when Juan discovered what was really going on in the crypto market, he immediately jumped on a plane and flew across the Atlantic Ocean to be with us here today. We're very lucky. So turn off any phones, silence any distractions, grab a pen and paper to take notes, put the popcorn down, sit back, and learn. Because the great 245X Crypto Anomaly Summit starts right now. Juan, I got to say thank you so much for the big effort to join us today, and thank you for just dropping everything to be with us. Really do appreciate it.
John, it's my pleasure. Glad to be here. What's happening in the crypto market right now, it's just too important to phone it in.
Apparently so. You made a great effort to be here. We all appreciate it. Now, you're going to lay out all the facts surrounding this anomaly in just a moment. But before we get to that, I want to take a small step back if we can. Let's set the table for the folks watching here so that they better understand what's going on, why it's happening, and what it could mean going forward.
Sure. Let me share just a little bit of what's going on with this anomaly.
It involves Bitcoin, right?
Yes, it involves Bitcoin, but not in the way you may have seen discussed before.
Well, listen, most of us have seen the headlines. Bitcoin has been on a tear, Juan.
That is correct. Immediately after the election, Bitcoin rocketed, hitting record after record.
And might I add, just as your timing model predicted.
Right. And on the day of Trump's inauguration, Bitcoin topped $109,000. Strangely enough, as I'll show you today, it was Trump's election and the record-setting price moves we saw in Bitcoin that actually set up this anomaly in the market that's happening right now, which is something that we have never really seen before. And because of this glitch in the crypto market, we believe that one particular group of cryptocurrencies—
You're talking about the altcoins, or the new crypto wonders, as you like to call them.
Right. I believe they're poised to launch into what could be a new crypto Super Bowl.
Now, you've said that in the previous bull markets, after Bitcoin runs up like this, these other cryptos, the new crypto wonders, can come along and actually outperform Bitcoin, often by huge margins. You call it the crypto profit cycle.
That's right. And it's not just me saying that. It's actually a historical fact. Since the launch of Bitcoin in 2010, we've seen this historic pattern play out again and again.
But because of this glitch in crypto, you believe that we could see these crypto wonders launching even higher.
John, to truly appreciate the magnitude of this opportunity, let me show you the kind of gains investors had the chance to enjoy from these coins in the past. And we'll start way back in 2012.
Sounds great.
From 2012 through 2013, Bitcoin ran from $6.90 all the way up to $1,038. That's a gain of more than 14,900%. Yet another crypto, Litecoin, ran up over 95,000% in the same time period. That's a 950x gain, and over 6 times better than Bitcoin. In the great bull market that ran from 2015 through to the end of 2017, Bitcoin took off from $209 to $19,343, a gain of 9,155%.
That's pretty impressive.
It is, but it's not as impressive as what some of these crypto wonders did. Because right around the same time as Bitcoin was rising over 9,000%, Ardor ran up 20,100%. That's more than twice as high as Bitcoin. Stellar, 24,590%, over 2 times higher. NEM shot up 49,900%, over 5 times higher. Einsteinium broke out for over 260,000% in gains, over 28 times greater than Bitcoin. And Verge, it soared an incredible 1.5 million%. That's nearly 164 times better than Bitcoin.
Those were insane returns. It's just amazing. And folks, during that crypto profit cycle, 96 coins rose at least 10,000% or more, and 19 cryptos rocketed 300,000% or more.
John, I can't promise we'll ever see these kinds of gain again this time. I mean, after all, this was at the peak of crypto's Wild West period, where it seemed like everything was taking off. And I should say, I doubt anyone actually made any of these exact gains in their accounts. This is also a good time to remind everyone that investing in cryptos comes with risk and losses are possible. Investors should never invest more than they can afford to lose.
Got that. I wanted to show these figures to give the folks at home an idea of the potential these opportunities have presented in the past. I mean, they really are incredible. So, what was the most recent bull market like, previous to the one that we're in now, I mean?
In the crypto bull market of 2020 and 2021, Bitcoin boomed from a low of $5,511 in March of 2020 to more than $64,000 near the end of 2021, a gain of more than 1,060%. That's a little more than 10 times your money. Yet in 2021 alone, we saw crypto wonders like Bakery Token up over 6,000%. That's roughly 6 times better than Bitcoin. Phantom up over 7,500%, about 7.5 times greater. Solana up over 9,000%, 9 times bigger gains. Terra up over 11,000%, 11 times greater. AnySwap up over 16,500%, nearly 17 times greater. Seek VR up over 25,000%, 25 times larger. Gala, up over 40,000%, an incredible 40 times greater gains than Bitcoin. And that's just a handful of the smaller, lesser-known cryptos that significantly outperform Bitcoin. We saw some truly astounding gains from coins like Chesscoin, up over 86,000%, 81 times greater than Bitcoin. Octonox, over 145,000%. That's 136 times more than Bitcoin. And then we get into the real outliers, like Shiba Inu, up over 18 million%. That's nearly 17,000 times greater than Bitcoin. And Cube, posting an eye-watering gain of more than 237 million%. That's 224,000 times better than Bitcoin.
It's just incredible, Juan.
But again, I want to point out that I doubt few, if any, investors actually made that kind of money, catching the exact lows and selling at the exact high.
Oh, yeah, no, I agree. But still, just a fraction of those results could make a major impact for investors.
And keep in mind, I can't promise we'll ever see these kinds of gains. Every bull market in crypto is different.
Oh, of course, it goes without saying, but I think this highlights the fact that an informed investor, a smart investor, could have made much, much more money investing in these lesser known coins than they could have from buying Bitcoin alone, right?
That's very true.
Okay, so we've set the table for our audience. I mean, by now they've seen the incredible potential of these new cryptos and the kind of financial windfalls these coins could have delivered. They've even seen how even over the past year, some gains like 64x, 206x, and even 245x greater than Bitcoin actually happened, and how they may be a sign of what's to come. So it is time now to drill down into what this crypto anomaly is and why it could hold the key to the next crypto super bull. So if you would please, sir, walk us through the facts surrounding this anomaly and explain why its potential is just so great.
Of course, you see, now is the ideal time. Let me start by saying what we're experiencing here is a truly rare occurrence, something we have never really seen before in the crypto market. And I believe it's signaling the beginning of one of the great market surges of all time. So let's start with a couple of facts. Fact number one, historically, the Bitcoin halving kicks off the crypto profit cycle, and we see prices rocket for BTC. The most recent halving was in April of 2024. Fact number two, as the profit cycle continues, this rise in Bitcoin has historically been followed by a surge in prices for these new crypto wonders.
Well, Juan, for the benefit of the folks who may be unfamiliar with the halving, why don't you give us an idea of what that is?
The great thing about Bitcoin, John, is that there is a finite supply. The maximum total supply of Bitcoin is 21 million.
And Bitcoin is generated from Bitcoin miners, correct?
That's correct. Miners are the engine that runs Bitcoin. They provide the much needed computing power required to verify transactions on its blockchain. As a reward for acting as that engine of the market, they are rewarded with Bitcoins to their account. The number of Bitcoins mined is set to a particular number of coins per verified block. But every 4 years, that number is cut in half. That is the halving.
So, simple supply and demand. As the number of Bitcoins coming to the market gets cut, that increases the demand, and then that drives prices higher, right?
That's right. It's economics 101. And as you can see in this chart here, after every halving event since 2012, Bitcoin prices took off. In 2012, Bitcoin rises 8,228% in the 12 months after the halving. 2016, 292%. 2020, 542%. In fact, the average price gain in just the first 120 days after the halving is a solid 210%. But this is where the first part of the anomaly begins to creep in. See, after the most recent halving in April of 2024, we didn't really see the price run up. In fact, in the 120 days after that halving, instead of going up 210%, Bitcoin went down more than 8%.
That is more than a 200-point difference between what usually happens and what happened last year. So what do you think caused this downward turn for Bitcoin?
There was a lot going on at the time, John. Within the Bitcoin ecosystem, mining Bitcoin was becoming more difficult and more costly. At the same time, you had a cut in the number of Bitcoin earned. This forced many miners to sell Bitcoins to just maintain operations. That definitely helped push the price lower. And there were also other factors at play.
Such as
global liquidity, for one.
The lack of money flowing around the globe.
Correct. That's probably the single greatest factor that was holding Bitcoin back. We've seen record levels of public debt. Inflation is still an issue. And higher interest rates designed to cool the inflationary spiral off all combined to put the brakes on the rally that we normally see.
You know, I'd imagine that uncertainty around the election may have played a hand in this. I mean, crypto investors were facing two diametrically opposed forces. On one side, you had an administration that didn't believe in crypto, and an SEC chairman, now former SEC chairman Gary Gensler, actively antagonistic towards the entire crypto market. And on the other hand, you had the promise of a new Trump administration, the first crypto president. With his plans for reducing regulations and the potential for a new Bitcoin strategic reserve, he was the man who would lead cryptocurrency into the mainstream. Yet, no one was positive who was going to win, so I imagine there was a lot of uncertainty over the future of the market. Yet, there's also a driving desire to be a part of what could be the most exciting period in the history of crypto, right?
I think that could have had a big impact on market psychology, yes.
So really, the combination of global macroeconomic pressures and the possible uncertainty about the next 4 years delayed Bitcoin's normal price rally.
And we combine all of that together, it built this enormous upward pressure that simply had nowhere to go. And this pressure built up and up like magma building up in a volcano.
Until Election Day, November 5th, 2024, just as your system predicted.
Once all that pressure was finally released, we saw this huge blowout top in Bitcoin, sending it to over $100,000 for the first time ever.
And as we saw earlier, the effect of the new Trump administration was felt almost immediately. When Trump was sworn in, we saw an enormous and an immediate reaction in the crypto market. Bitcoin jumped to a new high of $109,000. And of course, President Trump himself saw $50 billion in gains on his own coin over the course of one weekend.
Correct. The delay in the Bitcoin rally was the first part of this anomaly, something we have never seen before. But the second part of this anomaly, what I believe is setting up the real opportunity in crypto, is this. As I just mentioned, the fact is that after Bitcoin's price rockets higher, we have always seen these smaller, lesser known coins, the crypto wonders, take off. But this explosion in these coins hasn't really happened yet. I mean, sure, we've seen some individual coins rise. Red is up over 10,000% over the past year. That's 64 times better than Bitcoin. Virtual up 32,000%, 206 times greater than Bitcoin. And SBX up 38,000%. That's 245 times better than Bitcoin. But the weird thing is, the rest of the altcoin market hasn't really caught fire yet.
Which, by the way, has never happened before.
We've barely seen a trickle of the potential to come.
So this delay in Bitcoin's post-halving run, while it built up this massive buying pressure that culminated in the huge post-election boom, the other part of this equation, the smaller, lesser-known coins, the crypto wonders, well, we're still waiting for them at the launching pad.
And I believe that just like Bitcoin built up this enormous amount of buying pressure leading to record after record after record, my research tells me that the same thing is happening right now in the market for these crypto wonders.
All right, so let me repeat this just to make sure I have this right. The same kind of immense pressure that was building up in Bitcoin is now building up for the crypto wonders your system follows.
John, here's the thing to keep in mind. The bull market for these smaller altcoins has always happened. It has never not happened. When Bitcoin breaks out, Bitcoin investors go looking for other opportunities outside of Bitcoin. I call this the profit hunt. This profit hunt historically leads to the huge breakouts we've seen in the altcoin market.
So this profit hunt is the reason the small coin bull market always happens after the Bitcoin breakouts.
Correct.
And this profit hunt hasn't happened yet. Meaning, just like in Bitcoin, there's likely this enormous buying pressure building up right now for these smaller, lesser-known altcoins.
That is what my system is showing me right now. As the pent-up buying energy builds and builds, when the move happens, it could be big.
Another big blowout top, even bigger than what happened in Bitcoin, which brings us to another fact. This seems like the ideal time to be investing in these cryptos, is it?
This is a moment in the market we have never seen before. And the very nature of the market itself tells us we could be seeing some substantial breakouts from some of the best crypto wonders in the market.
Okay, good. So there's still time to get in.
Yes, for now. But anyone interested in catching this bull market early will likely have to make a move very soon. And it's in part because of the executive order you mentioned earlier, John.
The strengthening American leadership in digital financial technology.
Correct. Everyone is excited about the president's new working group on digital asset markets, and they should be. However, buried further down the order was a directive that I think could unleash a tidal wave of fresh money into the crypto market.
I'll tell you what, that certainly sounds like it would definitely solve the liquidity problem that you mentioned earlier. Here's my question. Where is all this money coming from?
Wall Street and the big banks. You see, basically, the Biden administration enforced a rule that effectively kept the Wall Street banks and other financial institutions out of crypto. But now, the Trump executive order has rescinded this rule, which has essentially opened the floodgates for all that Wall Street money that was being kept from the crypto market to come pouring in. In fact, CNBC recently ran a headline stating, Trump crypto plans have Wall Street CEOs ready to jump into digital assets.
And you feel that this inflow of new capital will not only solve the liquidity problem that you cited earlier, but could be the major catalyst that will kick this new crypto wonders Super Bowl into high gear, right?
I do, and I don't think the timing could be better. We're at the very beginning of the crypto profit cycle. We've seen Bitcoin explode higher, and now we're seeing that upward pressure finally starting to show up in these smaller altcoins.
Yeah, there were some amazing gains of 38,000% on SPX, 32,000% on Virtual, over 10,000% on Brett, all in just the past 12 months, Juan. That gain on SPX was 245x Bitcoin's rise over the same time frame. Hey, and let's not forget the 195,000% rise on Giga, which was 1,225x Bitcoin.
And as Wall Street and other banks begin moving capital into crypto, I believe that the potential is there for an outstanding crypto bull market, especially for these kinds of altcoins.
Yeah, well, you know what? You're not the only one who's excited here, Juan. Business Insider recently predicted that 2025 is shaping up to be the year of altcoin.
Yeah, but I have to point out here, not every cryptocurrency will break out. There are over 16,000 cryptos out there, and most of them are just garbage. If anyone's hoping to profit from this coming Super Bowl, you simply must be selective about the coins you invest in. It's easy to make it seem like you can just toss a dart at the wall and find the next $100,000 gainer, but that's just not going to happen. Consider, for example, in the great bull market of 2020 and 2022, over 570 cryptos either went nowhere or lost money. If you're serious about making money in crypto, especially in these smaller altcoins, you need to know how to separate the wheat from the chaff.
And I think that's where your incredible system comes into play. One, you helped investors make an average of 4.1 times their money, even including 2 periods when nearly everyone was losing money.
Correct. It all boils down to my precise tools for determining what to buy, when to buy, and perhaps most important of all, when to sell. That's the key to making money in the new crypto wonder Super Bowl. Now, before anyone starts salivating over the amazing profit potential in this market, let me say this once more. The majority of the more than 16,000 cryptocurrencies are complete garbage. What's worse, crypto markets are volatile in the extreme. So I cannot stress enough how important it is to avoid the big mistakes that so many investors make.
Oh, tell us what these mistakes are.
First, lots of the investors go for the garbage coins. I mean, like I said, there are thousands of them, and they're worse than a cheap lottery ticket. I avoid them like the plague. Second, don't pin your entire future on making 245 times your money. Every crypto bull market is different, and there's no assurance that the new crypto wonders will perform as well this time. What I'm seeing in the market right now is a perfect example. This anomaly has held up the normal profit cycle that we usually see.
But as you said, you believe it is coming.
I do. The market forces driving cryptocurrency this time around are simply too powerful. So the cycle is coming. And the fact is, for some select coins, it has already started.
What is the third mistake? I'm curious.
Well, third, never underestimate how high your crypto can go. I always hear people say, wow, my crypto has gone up so much already. It couldn't possibly go any higher. I'm cashing out. The fact is, there's no way to know how high it will go. But there's one thing we can measure quite accurately,
Which is?
time. I wait for the right time. Then, when the market gives me the signal, when prices fall below key barriers, I act.
So you're not looking to catch the exact top?
No. Anyone who tries to catch the exact top is usually going to miss out on the much bigger rise to a far higher top. As the profit cycle gets moving, some coins can double or even triple in a month or less. But there's often a lot of gas left in the tank, and cashing out too early can have a big impact on profits. Which brings me to the fourth mistake too many people make. They never sell.
They basically hold on for too long.
To make the most out of the crypto wonder Super Bowl that I believe is just starting now, you need good selection and good timing.
Of course, I mean, that is true in any market.
This is not just any market, John. Timing in the crypto market is more important than any other market that I know of. Fortunately, though, timing the crypto market is clearer than any other market that I know of.
And you have built your own crypto timing model. So you know when to get in and just as important, when to get out. So let's get into the details right now. Please tell us how you select what you consider to be the best cryptos, then show us how you time the market. Walk us through all the steps, if you would.
Sure. Crypto selection is the first important step. Avoiding the garbage and investing only in the best new cryptos is the key here. Everything you need to know is on our Wise Crypto Ratings website. Wise Crypto Ratings gives you the up-to-date ratings for hundreds of cryptos, rated from A+ down to E-. We show the Wise Crypto rating on each coin, its name, its symbol, major components of our ratings, plus much more.
Well, before you go on, it's important for our members to understand how vital these ratings are to the entire process. So if you don't mind, just let me jump in for just a moment. Folks, these are the world's first and only cryptocurrency ratings by a financial ratings agency, Wise Ratings. And as with all our ratings in all the sectors, we never accept compensation of any kind from the entities we rate. It just doesn't happen. That's why Forbes magazine called founder Martin Weiss Mr. Independence, and why Esquire said we're the only ones that have no conflict of interest. And that's why the U.S. Government Accountability Office, the New York Times, and the Wall Street Journal all recognize the great outperformance of our ratings compared to all of our competitors. Independence means unbiased analysis. Unbiased analysis leads to better accuracy, and accuracy is why investors from all walks of life trust what we do. That also helps explain how our ratings were able to warn investors away from cryptocurrencies near their euphoric peak in 2018, when it seemed like everyone was going gaga over crypto. It helps explain how Juan told investors it was finally time to buy again when cryptocurrencies hit rock bottom 1 year later. How he predicted the next 4-year cycle that ended in 2022. How he called the bottom of the previous crypto profit cycle. Not to mention the big pivot that he just saw on November 5th.
While we're on the subject, John, let me give you a peek into what the Wise Crypto Ratings can show us. Our ratings let us see what is happening at the moment in crypto. We can see the top rated coins, coins rated best buys, and it can show us the garbage coins to avoid like the plague. Wise Crypto Ratings also lets me see the momentum of each coins I'm selecting.
So you can see not only which coins are going up, but also how fast they're moving higher.
Correct. Thanks to our cutting-edge AI technology still in development, you can get a glimpse into any crypto's momentum by checking out each crypto's performance over the last 30 days, 90 days, or over 1 year.
The inauguration of Donald Trump has kicked off another round of Bitcoin profits, so I'm sure a lot of investors ask, why not just buy Bitcoin?
Well, people often want the simplest solution, but the simplest solution is not always the best, at least for making money. So the first most obvious reason is that historically, Bitcoin doesn't even come close to the top performing cryptos.
Well, you know, we've seen how the smaller crypto wonders can outperform Bitcoin by huge margins, 64x, 206x, 245x, even more, right?
But there's also a second reason. Bitcoin alone does not give you diversification. The coins at the top of our charts are very different from each other. Many were created for completely different functions. As you know, Bitcoin was originally designed to be a new kind of money, a new kind of currency. But that's not really its primary function today. As it turned out, Bitcoin has become an important alternative to conventional assets like stocks or bonds. In other words, Bitcoin has emerged as a kind of digital gold or gold 2.0. That's Bitcoin's primary use case today.
I'm wondering, Juan, what about the other cryptocurrencies that get our best grades?
John, it's best to think of these new cryptos like new technologies rather than a new currency. Coins that help create a new, more advanced and secure kind of internet. Coins creating a new, more advanced kind of banking system or a new, more advanced kind of stock exchange. I mean, just look at Ethereum, for example. It is often described as a paramount world computer where everyone has access to the same public open database. It is the biggest blockchain that supports applications running on what's called smart contracts. Today, of course, Ethereum is the second largest crypto on the planet. But at one point, it was a new crypto wonder as well. In the last 2 bull markets, at this point in the cycle, Ethereum was up 136% on average. And from this point to the top of the market, it rose 10,950%, or more than 80 times more.
Gosh, that's beyond impressive, really. And speaking of Ethereum, we have a special surprise for our members, but we're going to get to that in just a moment.
And that's just one example, John. Chainlink is an entirely different kind of crypto. It helps connect the real-world data from the financial markets to the blockchain. This supports a whole new peer-to-peer financial system called decentralized finance, or DeFi. It's vastly more efficient and more secure than the conventional system. And as a result, DeFi has already grown 100-fold in just the last few years. Monero is another completely different thing. It's the leading coin in a brand new world of financial privacy. It is designed to give users and investors a whole new level of protection from prying eyes. And when it was a new crypto wonder, Monero was on a wild run. You see, at this point in the cycle, it was only up 26%. But then, from that point forward, it rose another 9,700%. Now, I don't expect Monero to do that again, but I think you could see a similar pattern with new crypto wonders this time around.
So Juan, we've shown our viewers the incredible gains possible from these new crypto wonders, especially as the profit cycle gets rolling. But let's look at the why behind these gains. What are some of the forces that are driving this market higher? I just wonder if you'd please share those insights with our viewers.
There are 4 forces, and they're all converging right now. And each one is extremely powerful on its own. Starting with the first one. You already touched on it earlier, John.
You're talking about the pro-crypto administration in Washington?
I think calling it pro-crypto is the understatement of the century. Donald Trump ran on making America the crypto capital of the world, and it's clear the market is ready for it.
Yeah, I'd say Bitcoin cleared $100,000 like it was a walk in the park.
Gensler's out of the SEC.
Gensler has been the most anti-crypto all the way. So that alone makes a big difference, right?
You're right. And just recently, Trump announced the formation of a new digital asset task force to get rid of regulatory barriers first and then suggest new legislation. This is a huge step for the government and truly bullish for crypto.
And one of Trump's proposals is to also build a national crypto stockpile, sort of like the gold reserves at Fort Knox.
That's right. This could be a complete game changer. There have even been suggestions that the government could buy as much as 5% of all the Bitcoin outstanding over the next 5 years. At current prices, that works out to be about $17 billion worth of Bitcoin every year. Billionaire Mike Novogratz says this will be like a starting gun for other countries to pile into crypto. And if that happens, he sees Bitcoin surging to $500,000.
$500,000? Even after the explosive rally we've seen over the past couple of weeks, that's nearly 5x higher. But also, you told us earlier that Trump's executive order also paves the way for Wall Street and other banks to begin pouring money into crypto assets.
True, and the ramifications for the entire crypto market and investors could be enormous. This is a historic moment, and that's just one part of the story, which brings me to the second bullish force, the massive amounts of money pouring into crypto ETFs. After years and years of expectations, the first Bitcoin spot ETF was finally approved at the beginning of 2024. We now have a total of 20 ETFs, both for Bitcoin and Ethereum, and already they're breaking all kinds of records. Within 10 months alone of launching, BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF is now already bigger than their gold ETF.
Wow. It blasted right past the gold ETF in just 10 months? I mean, that is crazy.
That is crazy. More than anything, it shows that investors are clamoring for crypto.
And just to clarify, we're not talking about just mom and pop investors here, are we?
No, not at all. These are major institutions, Wall Street banks, pension funds, even university endowments. With these new ETFs, billions of dollars are now gushing into the crypto market. In fact, after Donald Trump's victory on November 5, investors poured a whopping $1.4 billion into crypto ETFs in a single day. And in the week before Trump's inauguration, $2.2 billion poured into crypto products. And keep in mind, John, it's not just Bitcoin and Ethereum benefiting from this. All of this capital also flows into other cryptos that have a proven track record of far better returns than Bitcoin.
Like your new crypto wonders. And now, with the anomaly your system's identified, it's like a giant dam holding back trillions of dollars in investment capital, and it's about to burst and potentially send money just gushing in all directions.
Those are forces of supply and demand. Now let's talk about the upward pressure on prices driven by technology, which takes me to the third powerful force, decentralized finance, DeFi, which has already grown more than 100 times over.
And just to be clear, DeFi is basically banking and finance on the blockchain, right?
John, it's much more than that, actually. DeFi is not just replacing ordinary banking and finance. It's also creating a whole new world. For everyday folks like you and me, it opens the door to hundreds of trading facilities.
You know, it's interesting. Until now, this kind of trading was only available to the pros in the trading rooms of major brokers and banks on Wall Street.
Actually, it's even more than that. DeFi also gives everyone access to investments and trading that are not even available to brokers and bankers.
Do you think, will DeFi take over the financial world, you think?
I could definitely see that happening one day, but let's take this one step at a time. Our research tells us DeFi has the potential to replace or compete with at least 10% of the global financial system.
And the global financial system is huge. I mean, we are talking about $500 trillion in assets.
Correct. If our projections are on target, DeFi could grow into a $50 trillion industry. That's about 500 times bigger than it is today.
That is staggering.
It is. And right now we're looking at several DeFi cryptos. They're specifically designed to help investors profit directly from that growth.
Wow. I mean, you talk about a massive convergence of forces. You got a massive shift in the way our government and potentially other major governments around the world handle Bitcoin and other cryptos. And this alone is unleashing a flood of new capital flowing into the market. That's force number one. And then on top of that, for the first time in many years, we now have billions of dollars pouring into crypto by the way of massive ETFs. So that's force number two. And force number three is a major technological force, decentralized finance, or DeFi for short. That's a market that could grow from $100 billion to $50 trillion or 500x, even if it replaces or competes with no more than 10% of traditional global markets. And you haven't even shared force number four with this one.
It's an even bigger technological force, John. I'm talking, of course, about artificial intelligence.
AI.
That's right. The processing power and data storage already needed for AI boggles the imagination. I mean, sure, we've seen blistering progress in AI so far, but the fact is, AI is still in diapers right now. It's just now beginning to grow. It's just starting to get rolled out to major industries: oil and gas, transportation, autos, mining, aerospace, you name it.
You know, it's not a stretch to say that AI touches everything under the sun.
Right. It's why chip makers like NVIDIA and the companies in their orbit are struggling to keep up with this pent-up demand.
And let me guess here. Crypto developers are going to implement a solution, aren't they?
No, John, they already have implemented a solution by harnessing the secure and robust blockchain. One Crypto provides a way to use the blockchain to share computing power from any laptop, PC, or supercomputer connected to the internet. And there are at least 2 billion of those in the world today. Another one uses the blockchain to share storage power from any device connected to the internet. This not only includes computers, but also mobile phones and tablets. There, the number of devices is at least 22 billion. So the crypto world is a perfect match for the AI world, and we think the two coins we're tracking will be among the ones that benefit the most.
Okay, hold that thought, Juan. We'll get back to them in a moment. But first, I'd like you to talk about timing and maybe even give our members some practical tips about the timing, because you're certainly the right person to do it. You call this explosive surge better than just about anyone else I know, months before it actually happened. You predicted Bitcoin would kick off an explosive new run on November 5th. And that's just the latest in the long history of your successful calls. As a matter of fact, let me run through the precise timeline so our members can get a full picture. Late 2017, Bitcoin's at a new all-time high, near $20,000. We have euphoria overwhelming the market, investors diving into crypto with wild abandon. And yet, you give nearly all crypto ratings of just C's, D's, and E's. Not a single one gets an A, and even Bitcoin gets a mediocre grade. Bitcoin lovers are convinced the parabolic surge in crypto prices will never end.
And John, remember how furious many of them were at me, at Wise Ratings?
Oh, yes. Some were so angry at the bad ratings that we gave certain cryptos that they launched a massive cyber attack on our website. But you know what? In the end, they were wrong. And you were right, Juan. Bitcoin suffers a major downturn and takes the entire crypto market with it for almost a full year. December 12th, 2018, the psychology has reversed. The market has been falling practically nonstop, and it seems everyone just hates Bitcoin. Not just the usual skeptics, but also former Bitcoin lovers. No one wants to buy. But you don't pay any attention to that. You announced to the world that it's time to buy Bitcoin again. Well, the news goes viral. And sure enough, 3 days later, Bitcoin touches rock bottom and a new great bull market begins. In fact, Investors who bought on the day you called it and followed your ratings had a shot at spectacular gains, 20 times their money in Bitcoin, 54 times their money in Ethereum, 102 times their money in Cardano, and a whopping 234 times their money in Chainlink. Now, fast forward to November 2021. Again, investors are euphoric. Again, they stampede into crypto with wild abandon. But you get a major sell signal. You fire off a series of sell alerts, and your members are able to cash out. 1 year later, November 2022, again, another bear market has hit crypto. Again, investors want no part of it. But you declare a new big bottom and the beginning of a great new bull market. Since practically that very day, Bitcoin has been moving up, up, and up. So here's my question. How do you do it? How have you been able to pick the tops and the bottoms of the market?
John, it all boils down to my algorithms that measure the crypto cycle. Because believe it or not, despite all the volatility and craziness we see in crypto, when you just ignore all the noise, you can see it's a very regular cycle that lends itself to unusually accurate predictions. For example, that's how I was able to pinpoint November 5 as a key turning point in this cycle, months before it actually happened. But I don't want to bore folks with the theory behind my algorithms. I believe we're in the early stages of what could be one of the biggest crypto bull runs yet.
How can you be so sure?
Well, nothing is a sure bet, of course, but I'm laser focused on that big price. My team and I are all homed in on our mission to maintain and deploy the most cutting-edge timing tools specifically for the new Crypto Wonder Super Bowl, specifically for the face of the boom we're talking about today. I call it my Super Bowl green light indicator. I can't share the specifics with non-members, but this chart gives you a sneak peek into what my Super Bowl green light indicator does. Look at this spike that occurred during the 2015-2017 bull market. And here it is again in the most recent bull market that ran from 2019 through 2021. It's this kind of spike that gives me the Super Bowl green light. Historically, this is when they really go through the roof. Exactly how many coins will surge thousands of % this time around, no one can really say. Plus, I must warn, there are also bound to be some losers even during the Super Bowl. But the phenomenon as a whole, I think it's inevitable.
Why?
Because of the four powerfully bullish forces converging as we speak. We've already mentioned the first catalyst.
Donald Trump is only just now getting comfortable in the White House as the first ever pro-crypto president.
Correct. And number two, select cryptocurrencies are already soaring to heights most people never thought possible. On top of that, we also have record amounts of money pouring into spot crypto ETFs, $1.4 billion in a single day after the election. And according to one crypto exec, these inflows could double the next year. Then there's a rapid growth of decentralized finance that's powering more demand for a wide range of new crypto wonders. And finally, we have the explosive demand for computing power and data storage from AI, demand that only crypto technology can truly fulfill. But if you take all of that and you add the impact of this 100x crypto anomaly, building the pressure up and up, and then you consider the sheer amount of volume that could be pouring in from Wall Street and other banks, and you have the makings for what could be an enormous blowout top for these smaller, lesser-known crypto wonders.
So that leads me to this. What should investors buy now?
Well, I have a watch list of about 24 coins, but on top of those, I also have a short list of new crypto wonders to buy, and I'm about to send out a series of 2 or 3 new trade alerts.
And by the way, I don't have to tell you this, but buying cryptos nowadays is a lot easier than it was in the early days, right?
True, but some of the cryptos I want to buy are not so easy to buy.
Okay, then investors might ask, why bother?
Well, it's precisely because they're not as easy to buy that most people don't have access or don't even know they exist. And it's precisely because of these minor barriers that we can buy them so cheaply to get in on the ground floor. So much so that I have an expert analyst on my team here at Wise Ratings who devotes his entire time to finding these relatively unknown new crypto wonders that are hidden from most people.
Hidden? Why?
Because they're not yet listed on US crypto exchanges. The way I see it, buying them now before they're listed is kind of like buying the next Amazon or Google before its IPO.
And folks can do that?
Of course, there's a perfectly legal, reasonable backdoor method for buying cryptos. You don't need to be an accredited investor, you don't need to be an industry insider or crypto whiz, and you definitely don't need to get involved with options, futures, margin accounts, or any other kind of investment that exposes you to unlimited risk.
But of course, the advantage can be very substantial.
You bet. Let me show you what I mean. Let's say you and I want to invest in the same coins, but we buy them two different ways. You rely on US crypto exchanges and I don't.
Okay, so give us some historical examples to show what kind of a difference that could make.
Sure, let's look at Polkadot, for example. It had a big price breakout in one of the earlier Super Bowls. Let's say you buy it when it's first listed on Coinbase. You pay $24.12 per coin, and you watch it soar to $54.98. You've just made a nice gain of 128%, more than a double. Not bad, right? Or I buy Polkadot before it's listed on what's called a decentralized exchange, or a DEX, for just $2.72. It's not much harder than buying it on Coinbase, but instead of making 128%, I walk away with a gain of 1,936%. That's 15 times more. Or look at another new crypto wonder, Polygon. Let's say you buy it on the very first day it is listed on Coinbase, and you get a really good price too, just 22 cents. Then you watch it soar to $2.45. That's a gain of 1,014%. Great gain, right?
Are you kidding me? That is fascinating. And that, by the way, is 11 times your money.
Well, John, watch what happens if I buy it on a DEX. First, I get in for less than 1 cent, 0.3% to be exact, which gives me a gain of, are you ready for this? 81,567%. That is 80 times better on the same coin.
Just buying on a different exchange could have given investors vastly bigger returns.
Indeed. But if you're still on the fence about it, let's take a look at another one, Render this time. Last year, we singled out Render as the #1 AI crypto. And watch what happens. On the very first day Render is listed on Coinbase, you jump in and buy it for $5. With AI taking off, you watch your coin jump to $12.61. You're sitting on a gain of 154%. That's pretty solid. But I buy it on a DEX for just a few cents, 3.66 cents to be exact. Now, my gain is a whopping 34,354%, more than 344 times my money. I beat your gain by a factor of 226 to 1.
Incredible. And each one of these is giving us a bigger bump than the previous. 15 times more, 80 times more, then 226 times more. Is that deliberate, or are you building up toward some kind of big climax?
Yeah, I am. And you'll be shocked when you see what it is. But first, look at what happened with a DeFi coin called Pendle Finance. I told you how DeFi is growing like crazy, right? And well, Pendle is one of our favorites. It's on the cutting edge of that boom. I buy it on a decentralized exchange for 3.3 cents, and I watch it surge to $7.52. That's a gain of 22,687%.
230 times your money. I mean, that is amazing. You know, Juan, I can see why you're such a big fan of decentralized exchanges.
John, with returns this massive, who wouldn't be? Now, here comes the big shocker I mentioned earlier, another crypto. This one is a meme coin. In other words, its entire existence began as a joke of sorts, kind of a fun thing for kids to play around with. It has a lot of entertainment and social networking value, but not much more. I'm talking about Shiba Inu. And it's probably the most profitable coin in the entire crypto world ever. So John, you buy it when it's first listed on Coinbase, and you pay what seems to be a dirt cheap price, just a small fraction of a penny. And you see a gain of 1,108%, or 12 times your money.
Now we're talking. I'm finally making real money here.
You are, but watch this. I buy Shiba on a decentralized exchange, and I pay a much smaller fraction of a penny.
Where does that leave you?
Are you ready? I see a gain of over 145 million%.
Hold on, 145 million%?
That's right, 145,289,948% to be exact. So my gain is 131,000 times better than your meager 12x.
I don't know what to say, Juan. I don't know what to say. I am speechless. You know, for too long, I thought these meme coins had no practical value, but the fact is, they can have real value, right?
100%. In fact, snubbing these meme coins could have been a costly mistake. I mean, just look at Dogecoin, for example, the first meme coin ever created. I met the creator of Dogecoin back in the day. Right away, it was clear it was just a joke. But I also said it had real value. And look at it now.
Dogecoin has a market cap of almost $40 billion.
It's among the 10 largest cryptos in the world, and Elon Musk owns a whole bunch of it. But that's not the main point I want to make. Instead, here's what I want you to remember. Our backdoor buying method can supercharge the already large gains that are possible in the new Crypto Wonder Super Bowl. Now, the examples I just shared here were extreme, without a doubt. But using this backdoor buying method to multiply the potential returns, it's very real and not at all uncommon.
Now, combine the impact this crypto anomaly could have on these smaller coins with some cryptos already rising 64x, 206x, and 245x more than Bitcoin, and now with the ability to own them at a fraction of costs, potentially boosting any gains by hundreds, even thousands of times over. Wow. We're seriously looking at what could be one of the greatest wealth building opportunities of our lifetimes, right?
John, I believe that's true. Now, buying on a DEX does involve several more clicks of the mouse, a few extra steps. But for a small portion of your speculative capital, I think this extra trouble is more than worth it.
Oh, for sure. You know, for our members, we put together an entire tutorial series. Folks, it's called The Backdoor Method for Buying New Crypto Wonders. Now, this is our series of 4 easy-to-follow videos that walk you through the process step by simple step. Juan, what would you say exactly that involves?
Opening an account and learning how to use a decentralized exchange, or a DEX. Our backdoor buying method is a way to potentially multiply the outperformance of the new crypto wonders themselves. In the new crypto wonder Polkadot, investors using our method could have multiplied their gains 15 times over. With Polygon, the multiplier effect was 80x. With Render, 226x. With Pendle, it was 451x. And that's assuming you found a way to buy it on a foreign exchange. And that's not even the biggest one. With Shiba Inu, the multiplier effect was a shocking 131,132x. That was truly exceptional and atypical, though.
Now, to be clear, we're not comparing the Shiba Inu gains to Bitcoin. It's the gains buying Shiba Inu the standard way, compared to the gains buying the same coin with our backdoor method.
Correct. Even if investors captured just a 10th or even 100th of those gains, you'd still be looking at life-changing potential.
And just to be clear, you don't recommend betting the farm on these cryptos, right?
No, not at all. If history is any guide, you don't need to do that either. With just a few $100s, you still have the opportunity to make a real difference, both for yourself and your family.
Okay. Let's say I'm watching this presentation right now. What do I do?
Not long ago, I started a new service. It's called, appropriately, New Crypto Wonders. I run it with my colleague, Dr. Bruce.
And the focus is to help investors find the best crypto wonders, correct?
Not only to find the best crypto wonders, but also to apply my Super Bowl green light indicator.
And just to be clear, we're not talking about rapid in and out trading, are we?
No, the new crypto wonders are powerful enough without that. All you need to do is buy while they're still cheap and sell when I give you the signal, which should be near the big top. Do that just alone, and I think you're golden.
All right, let's now talk about how folks can get started with new crypto wonders. Folks, if you click the orange button below right now, you'll go directly to our membership website with more information about all the VIP benefits. But let me tell you about the main ones right now. VIP benefit number 1 is the blowout profit potential in select crypto wonders. Collectively, we believe they could create more wealth than the $1.8 trillion in wealth Bitcoin has created since inception. And it may already be starting with coins like Brett, up over 10,000%. That's 64x better than Bitcoin. Virtual, up 32,000%, 206x greater than Bitcoin. SPX, up 38,000%, 245x more than Bitcoin. Giga, shot up 195,000%. That's 1,225x more than Bitcoin. And that's just in the 12 months between January 2024 and January 2025. There are 46 coins outperforming Bitcoin so far. And with the immense pressure building up for these small coins, thanks to the crypto anomaly, we're looking for some of these coins to soar. VIP benefit number 2 is the big profit multiplier that can come from buying them at a huge discount. As soon as you join, you will get immediate access to our tutorial series, The Backdoor Method for Buying New Crypto Wonders. Recently, that approach could have helped investors using this method make 15 times, 80 times, 226 times, 451 times more than those who did not use this method. Not to mention Shiba Inu, where the profit multiplier was stratospheric. VIP benefit number 3 is even more opportunities in 3 fast-growing sectors: DeFi, AI, and one other. You'll get 52 weeks of research and trade alerts, plus anytime flash alerts to help you maximize.
All right, if you can hear me clearly, I want you to kindly indicate I can hear you for me to definitely know that every one of you can actually hear me. I guess every one of you have watched the video and you have seen that there are several opportunities in this crypto space. Why people miss out on opportunity in this space is because they lack information. And whenever you lack information in this space, there are certain things you might not be able to get access to. Whenever you miss out on certain ideas, there are certain things you might not be able to discover again. The market is going to make a lot of persons rich. The market is going to make a lot of persons wealthy. The market is going to disrupt several lives. One thing about crypto is by understanding the trend. We have the trend of meme coins. We have seen how meme coins have been able to change lots of lives. When you are trading and you don't have enough valid information that will make you rich, you'll be left out. When you are trading and you don't have enough strategic information that will give you life-changing gains, I'm sorry, you might not be able. Because the next big things are on few hot meme coins that nobody is talking about. I'm talking about nobody is talking about. And these meme coins are going to be super powerful. These meme coins, anybody who miss out on them, anybody who doesn't engage on them early enough can miss out on a chance of making good money. I'll be dropping one for you all today. I'll be dropping one of the meme coins for you all today. I want every one of you to kindly pay close attention. I'll be dropping one of the meme coins for you all today. If you miss out on it, you might not be able to get the opportunity again. Ideas in cryptos are what makes people rich. Just like yesterday, I don't know how many of you that were on my live show yesterday. If you're on my live show yesterday, last night, I want you to kindly indicate. When I told you all that one coin that could bounce back very fast in few hours from now is called what? Is called what? Is called Solana. What happened to it? We saw Solana do what? We saw Solana doing incredible profits. We saw Solana doing what? Go and check it. If you long Solana yesterday when I talked about it, you should be on profit. While I was on this live show, if you're my futures group, you long the coin I dropped. I mean, you long the coin I dropped less than 1 hour ago. That I told you all. I dropped a what? I screenshot a tweet from CZ about 2 coins. I dropped it. The 2 coins are already on profit. One is already on 40% profit, and that one is already on 160%. While on this live show, I dropped it to those on my premium platform. If you are not an insider, you are going to miss out on certain things. You are going to miss out. Now look, I gave you guys Solana yesterday. If you long Solana yesterday, when I told you all about Solana, you should be on profit right now. If you long Solana yesterday, while on this live show, oh my God, wow. If you're on this, those of you on my platform, those of you on my crypto platform, on my futures group, the coin I gave have done more than 100%. That starts with B, have done more than 100% gain. There is money in this space, but majority of you are not serious yet. There is so much wealth in this space, but you are not serious to make this money. You are not saying the coin I gave keeps on pumping drastically. Information I gave. Information I gave. So I'm in profit. I'm a witness. I'm on profit on Solana. Thanks, boss. The coin I gave just yesterday is on massive gain. The one I gave to my paid platform today is already on massive profit. I'm already on $45,000 gain. To make money in this space is so easy. If you have a mentor, you are going to be balling. I dropped something right now on this live show. I dropped out for those on my paid group. See, if you're not on my paid group, forget about getting rich in cryptos this year. Nobody, no crypto mentor is giving out free information. Go and do your research. Just if you long Solana yesterday after I gave Solana for every one of you, you should be more than 200 to 300% profit just from my free recommendation. And a lot is about to happen. If you are not ready for your financial status to be disrupted, trust me, you are going to remain poor. Wow, a coin I gave have done more than 215% as I'm speaking to you. 215% gain. Coin is already moving up. Coin is what? Coin is already moving up. 215% gain, moving up drastically. The day you make up your mind, to become rich, you will make money. The day you make up your mind to become wealthy. See, I do tell people, you see opportunity. Oh my God, 450% as I'm speaking to you right now. 450% profit moving on. 450%. See, if you doubt my information, I'm sorry with you. If you doubt, if in less than 1 hour, those of you in my futures group, check it right now. Those of you in my futures group, check it. In less than 1 hour. Congratulations to every one of them. Let me even post it on my status. Congratulations to what? Every one of them. In less than 1 hour. Look at the gains. We on TST more than 500%. We know, I just put it on my WhatsApp status. We know how to make this money. Whenever I don't tell you, if you are serious about your financial status, you will become rich. If you're not serious about your financial status, you will remain the way you are. You will what? You will remain the way you are. Money making is so sweet for whosoever that wants to become rich. Money making is so sweet. Money making is so sweet for whosoever that is serious to make it in this space. Whosoever that is serious to make it in this space will become extremely wealthy. Whosoever Whosoever that is serious to make it in this space will never be poor again. Whosoever that is serious to make it in this space will what? Will never ever be poor again in this space. Will never be what? Will never be poor again. A lot is about to happen. A lot is about to trigger. Just one information I gave. The information is already cooking drastically. The information is already what? Is already what? Is already cooking drastically. Just one information I gave. Just one information I gave. The information is already what? Is already cooking drastically. And a lot is about to trigger, but a lot of traders are going to miss out. There is a coin that is about to turn $100 to more than $50,000. The coin is already on my radar. The coin will move up drastically in a way we never expect. But majority of crypto traders are going to be left out. Majority of crypto traders who are not aligned on certain opportunities that will make them wealthy are going to miss out. Just like when I told you guys yesterday to long Solana at 160, now it's at 172, it keeps on moving up. When information is given to you, when opportunities are given to you and you don't act fast on that opportunity, you don't act fast on that information, you end up missing out on wealth opportunities. You end up what? You end just like I told you. I want every one of you see, pay attention. A lot will happen. You see, there are certain altcoins that will even make people so wealthy. There are certain altcoins that will even make people super rich. There are certain altcoins that will change lots of lives in this space. But majority of crypto traders are not even ready for what is about to happen. Majority of crypto traders are not even ready for what is about to trigger. The wealth we are about to see in this space is so massive. In few days from now, certain coins are going to be doing 50%, 100%, 150%, 500%, 10,000% gains respectively. And anybody who does not understand the cycle in which we are right now and position his or herself for this cycle will and definitely not be able to make money in this space. Anybody who does not what? Who does not position his or herself in this space might not be what? Might not be able to become rich on it. The market is open for everyone. The market is open for everyone to make money. But what level of information do you have on this market that is open for everyone to make money? What level of information do you have? What level? What level of information do you have? That you can use to see this good game. I want you, or there's a short clip I'm going to play for you. I want you all to pay close attention and listen to this.
Part of that change is a shift from
Pay attention, everybody. I want you all to listen to this in the jiffy for you to see another aspect.
It's a shift from traditional finance to decentralized finance, from bank deposits that rip us off to stablecoin deposits that give us excellent yields.
Do you think that change will be sudden and revolutionary, leaving massive bank failures in its wake? Or do you think it will be gradual and evolutionary, bringing lasting benefits to both sides?
It's probably going to be a mix of both.
Okay.
But the way I see it, no matter how this change unfolds, sooner or later, the big banks of the world must connect to the blockchain. And sooner or later, the big blockchain networks must connect to the banking system.
That makes sense. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's precisely what one brilliant crypto team is doing. Their cryptocurrency, which I call the Great Money Integrator, is at the heart of this project. All of my research tells us that the more banks get connected to the blockchain, the more this crypto will be in demand, driving its price up.
That's logical, yeah.
Yeah, and the more blockchain networks get connected to the banking system, the more in demand it will be, driving its price even higher.
And you've just released a special report all about this crypto. 234x. This crypto surged 234-fold in the last cycle. Here's how to play it in this cycle.
Yeah, I tell you where and how to buy it. I also let you know when I think it's time to sell.
Which can be even more important than the time to buy, right? I mean, selling, you have to know when to sell.
Yep.
Remember, even investors like Mary, who missed buying near the bottom, she could have made up to 100 times more money than investors like John, who missed selling near the top.
Exactly.
And that was on Cardano, right?
Yep.
I'm looking forward to see how that plays out in this great money integrator that you're talking about. What's your other top favorite, though?
The other crypto I really like is what I call the number one crypto for the AI world.
Ah, yes, AI. AI is something I think most investors know a lot about, right? They know that the world of artificial intelligence is exploding in size. They know it could have tremendous impact on the whole world economy. And they may also know that according to PricewaterhouseCoopers, AI could generate a whopping $15.7 trillion in extra GDP globally by 2030. That's what PricewaterhouseCoopers says.
Yeah, that's right. But what most people do not yet know is this. Where are we going to get the computer power for all the trillions of calculations needed for AI?
It's a good question.
Yep. The AI world is growing like crazy, and the chip makers like NVIDIA can't keep up.
No. Yeah.
Plus, we know they're not going to get that kind of computer power from Amazon, Microsoft, or Google.
Wait a minute, hold on. Amazon, Microsoft, and Google are huge. They're the three giants of cloud computing.
But they're already book solid. They're already doing everything humanly possible to gear up. There's no way they can handle the surge in demand for AI computing. I predict that the number one crypto for AI will help solve that problem.
How? How are they going to do that?
Well, their concept is brilliant in its simplicity. Their team has developed a system that can tap into the unused processing power of nearly any computer that's connected to the internet. There's no way Amazon, Microsoft, or Google can mobilize that much firepower for AI.
And you think the developers behind this little-known crypto can do that?
They already are, mobilizing the unlimited power from countless devices connected to the internet. They've been doing it for years. And now they've done it for a wide range of other things that need heavy computing power. So I think it's a no-brainer to do the same thing in the same way for AI computing.
Okay, so connect the dots for us. Show us how this tech benefits an investor.
All right, that's where it gets especially interesting. Every time anyone wants to buy computing power with this new technology, they have to buy this crypto token.
So they can't do it with US dollars or euros.
Nope. First, you have to convert your dollars, euros, or whatever currency to buy their token. And needless to say, more demand for the token almost always means more value and a higher price.
A potential gold mine for investors?
I think so.
And you provide all the details in your new report, the #1 crypto for the AI world, which is now available for immediate download.
Right.
Okay, so that's step #1, using our ratings to avoid the garbage and pick the best of the best. What about step #2?
So step #2, learn how to time the crypto market. Remember, crypto doesn't go up in just one continuing bull market. It goes up in 3-year bull market cycles. Starting in 2012, Bitcoin surged from $68 to $1,100. Starting in 2015, Bitcoin surged from $200 to nearly $20,000. Starting in 2018, Bitcoin surged from $3,300 to almost $68,000. Plus, Bitcoin has already rallied sharply from about $16,000, and based on our estimates, it could go to at least $100,000. Each time we saw a new, massive bull market that helped create countless new millionaires and even some billionaires.
But between each one of these, right, there was also a big decline, right?
Yeah.
So please explain briefly how you decide when to hop on for the big bull markets and when to hop off before the big declines.
Sure. So I use my crypto timing model based on the cycles. Each year of the bull market is made up of 4 medium-term cycles, and each one of those is composed of 4 short-term cycles. My computer model identifies these cycles. Everything else, all the volatility in the market, it's just noise.
Ever since I've known you, I've witnessed how accurate that is in real time, and so have your subscribers, by the way.
Yep.
But how can we know if your crypto timing model will work in the future?
Technically speaking, we cannot know. No one can know what the future will bring. All I can do is tell you what we have achieved so far.
I'm very proud of that. So let me tell our viewers that story, okay?
Go ahead.
Go back to December of 2017, when the prior bull market was ending. Investors all over the world were going absolutely nuts for Bitcoin. Crypto markets were in bubble land, grossly overpriced and extremely risky. But thanks to our models, not a single crypto got an A. Bitcoin got a mediocre rating, and most of the cryptos we rated got Ds and Cs. So our message to investors was absolutely clear. Stay away or get the heck out. Bitcoin lovers around the world erupted in rage. They even mounted a cyber attack on our Weiss Ratings website. Fortunately for us, the attack failed. But unfortunately for Bitcoin owners, we were right. Bitcoin crashed, and investors who failed to heed our warnings saw their portfolios lose most of their value. Then, 1 year later, on December 12, 2018, when the price of Bitcoin was about to hit rock bottom, that's when our timing model turned bullish. And that's when Juan announced to the world that it was finally time to start buying Bitcoin again. His announcement went viral. Coin Intel News broadcast it all over the internet, and they said, Weiss Ratings calls the bottom. Bitcoin News wrote, Weiss Ratings declares now best time to buy Bitcoin. Countless blogs and websites picked it up too. And sure enough, 3 days later, Bitcoin hit rock bottom. And that was the end of the crypto bear market of 2018. From the day Juan called the bottom of the market on December 12, 2018, to the day the market topped 3 years later, our highest rated cryptos rose many times over. Bitcoin rose 20x, Ethereum rose 54x, Cardano rose 102x, and another one of Juan's favorites rose 234x. Juan didn't call the top of that bull market on the exact day, nor is that the goal of our timing model. The goal is to ride the full length of the bull market for as long as possible and wait for the market to confirm that the top is in, which happened a couple of months later. Then Juan called the bottom of the current bull market, again, close to the day. We even held a major conference like this one to make the big announcement to our members. Now, Juan, looking ahead, what's the next step?
That would be step number 3. Step 3 is to go for even larger profit opportunities by using our early bird method to get into some of the hottest cryptos that are still virtually unknown and may not even be listed on major exchanges. This is the time. This is precisely the point in the cycle when the best altcoins begin to jump ahead of Bitcoin, begin to move up a lot more than Bitcoin. This is altcoin season, big time.
Altcoin season. Am I already missing it?
No, not at all. Not by a long shot. The cycles tell me these coins are just beginning their big bull market, and they're easy to buy. You can get them on any major exchange. And what's even more exciting is the undiscovered coins that are not so easy to buy.
Well, an investor might ask, if they're not so easy to buy, why bother with them?
I think you've made that clear from the examples you cited earlier.
Sure.
It's precisely because
Because a lot is about to happen, which I don't want anybody to miss it. Just like we have seen a lot on Solana, we have seen a lot on BNB. Okay, you saw somebody that said, okay, the coin you gave yesterday, I'm already on profit. If they can be on profit, you don't have to miss out on this. I repeat, if they can be on profit, you don't have to what? You don't have to miss out on it. You don't have to what? You don't have to miss out on it. If they can be on profit, you don't have to miss out on what I'm about to talk about, because I'm about to unveil the next one. And I'm going to be sharing my screen in a jiffy, which somebody shared the information for me. I'm going to be posting it for every one of you. See, if you miss out, maybe I don't talk too much. But we are going to see what is about to happen in 24 hours from now. I'm going to be dropping it. Is a coin. You copy the contact address and you engage on it. You what? You engage on it, because we are about to see a massive, I repeat, we are about to see what? A massive spike on the price action of that coin. We are about to see what is called what? A massive what? A massive spike. We are about to see a massive what? A massive spike on the price action of it. The coin is tradable on Radium, on Bondbot, on all Solana desks. I guess I'm going to be sharing my screen in a jiffy and how to copy out the contact address. You know me, I don't talk too much. When I give you information, you joke with it, you know what happens. So you don't miss out. Whenever a top information is given to you, you don't miss out on it, because you might not be able to see it again. I'm going to be sharing my link in the jiffy right now. I'm going to be sharing my link in the jiffy right now. I'm also trying to accumulate the coin. Now, this is the coin. This is the coin. The same person who told me about the top big things in the crypto space also mentioned this. If you're a crypto trader, don't miss out on sensitive information. Don't miss out on what? Don't miss out on. There are coins you accumulate for the bull run, you are good to go. If you're a crypto trader, I know what I'm talking about. I have not even talked. People already searching on pump.fund. You know, some people are even smart. If you're a crypto trader, don't miss out. I don't talk much. If I recommend the pig for you and you joke with it, you might not be able to get access to it again. Just like I've recommended certain coins and these coins have moved drastically, you can't afford to miss it. One of the coins I'm going to be, okay, let me get the contract address. and paste the constant address, is called what? Bull of Binance Street. Bull of Binance Street is one coin that is going to move up drastically. I guess I'm pasting the contract address. I guess everyone of you right now can see the contract address, right? Bull of Binance Street is one coin that can move up drastically. Let me see, where is it? Okay, let's share this here. Is one coin that can move up drastically. See it here? Those of you on IG, Instagram, I'm going to paste it also on my story once I'm done, but you can easily go to pump.funny anywhere and search for it. It's called what? Bull of Binance Street. Bull of Binance Street. Is one crypto pick you can't miss out on. There are opportunities in the space. When the opportunity is given to you, you know, I told some, okay, let me show you, those of you on my futures group, let me show you something right now. How did I get that stuff again? The stuff I called right now, you know, I do tell people that they call it CZ. Let me go to CZ posts. See what CZ made 6 hours or 7 hours ago. See what CZ made. And things in crypto. Okay, now see the post CZ made about this thing. I netted this about what? About TST and broccolis. That was the signal. Those of you on my futures group, that was what I saw. The fundamental I saw. I told you all to long it. I dropped it right now on my futures group that we have done more than 400% and 200%, 400% on TST and 200% on broccoli. That was where I got the information. See, there are things that are moving in the space. The second one is later I will drop where the information came. But anybody that miss out on it, I think that's my futures group. Can you see it? Anybody that miss out, you know me, I don't just drop information if the information is not profitable. I just looked at it when CZ did some stuff. Sometimes when I see some stuff like this, what do? Most times I copy there are ways to do all this. I copy the contact address like this. I search for the what? Contact address. Once I search for the contact, I copied the address. I search for it to see whether it's a transaction or an address. If it's an address, maybe I go to Explorer or I go to there are certain things I do. I don't want to explain it here right now. There are certain things I do or certain bots I use. When I see certain buys on certain coins, what am I going to do? Instantly I engage on it. You will see in less than what? In less than 24 hours. What happened? Profits are being what? Profits are being made. So most times, see, in the space, you have to be so smart. You have to be what? When this post was made, you have to be what? You have to be so smart. You know what I'm saying? You have to be what? You have to be what? You have to be what? You have to be so smart. When CZ made the post and all, what did I do? It's easy to do. I check on the BSC scan of it. You will see, that's where that one will be a lecture for another day. That's where we use what? We use certain things, for instance, certain things to analyze certain projects. We monitor certain wallets, certain addresses, and we see what those addresses are doing per time. Which tokens are these addresses holding? What triggered on these addresses? There are certain things what you look at for in this space. When you look at for this, when you look at for this in this space, what happens? Automatically, you are going to be what? You are going to be balling big time. When you look at for what? Certain addresses. Know what happens. Look at the tokens being held. Look at opportunities. Look at the lot. Is it a particular peak that might arise, or a coin that might trigger next? So imagine when CZ sent that stuff, I looked one of the addresses, I looked at it, and I saw what? I saw a stuff. When I saw what? When I saw a stuff on it, I was see, crypto is the best thing that can happen to anybody. Learn how to analyze. Learn how to move on certain trends. Learn how to pick up on certain trades. Know what to do so that you can remain highly profitable. Know what to do so that what? So that you can remain what? You can remain highly profitable. You just a crypto trader, you see this coin called Binance B. Don't miss out on it. Don't miss out on it. Don't miss out on the opportunity. You might not be able to see it again. Don't what? Don't miss out on the opportunity. You might not be what? You might not be able to see it again. Certain coins, certain use case, leverage on them and become rich. Leverage on what? Leverage on them and become wealthy. Leverage on what? Leverage on them and make good amount of money for yourself. When Saul was about to dump, last time I told you all, I told you all about it. I told you all that I was sure so it happened. I told you all yesterday that what one coin I was too long was what? Solana. When I mentioned it about one coin that I was too long, which was Solana, I told you all, and anybody who longs Solana from yesterday to today should be on massive profit. That is what? Leveraging on information, acting on information. That is what? That is what? Acting on what? Acting on information for you to become wealthy. The space is too big enough for everyone to get rich, but it's dependent on the level of information you have. Look at everything I talked about yesterday. Look at the coin. Yes. Look at everything I talked about yesterday. Look at how it's all triggered. I'm going to drop the link. And I copy the link, and you get joined with your Solana. If you miss out on the bull of Binance Streets, you might not be able to get the opportunity again. I repeat, if you miss out on the what? On the bull of Binance what? Binance Street, you might not be able to get the opportunity again. Certain things can make you rich when you position yourself early enough on it. Certain things can make you wealthy when you position yourself early enough on them. If you don't position yourself early enough on them, you are going to miss out on it. You are going to what? Miss out on the opportunity. crypto traders, never miss out on that which will definitely make you rich. Never miss out on that which will definitely make you wealthy. Never miss out on credible and sensitive opportunity of your lifetime. The space is too big for everyone. The space is too big for everyone. But if you're not on my digital group, if you're not on my platform to discover certain coins for life-changing gain, you might not be able to get it. Now, what are people waiting? People are waiting for somebody that gets information was like, immediately CZ tweets it or talks about it. We are going to see that the coin can do more than 25,000%. Just one tweet from CZ. And what? And it will be super massive. Just one what? One tweet from CZ. So crypto traders, don't miss out on opportunity presented to you. All right, thank you so much, everyone. I hope you all enjoyed this amazing, phenomenal live show. Always remember, let the game come to you. See you all next time. Bye-bye.